Hi again, it's David from Southgate Travel, and today I want to talk about 5 things I learned as a full-time business traveler over the years. Okay, number one, be kind to yourself on the road. I learned this after many years, especially working with salespeople who are on the road every week. They travel extensively. Main thing is don't beat yourself up. So if there's something you enjoy on the road, let yourself have that treat, whatever it is. A lot of times as people want a special meal or whatever, eat in a little better restaurant than their expense policy would permit or whatever, just pay it out of the pocket. That's the way they survived. It could be anything. The best story was an airline pilot I met one day in the gym, and he was a very healthy guy. He was always working out, and he knew the airline food was going to kill him. So here was a man that was 40 years old, and he didn't eat airline food. I thought it was quite ironic that the pilot doesn't eat airline food, but that was his treat. So generally he brought his food with him, but for him that was a treat. For other people, maybe not. Maybe they would enjoy the restaurants, but that was the treat for him. Number two, and I traveled kind of short to mid duration, so I could be 3 to 6 months in any location. And what I did was I found a hotel that really resonated with me, and I stuck with it. And it sometimes can take 3 or 4 weeks initially before you find that spot. But when you find that spot, you just want to stay there and keep with it. There's lots of advantages to it. You probably enjoy it because probably the food's good close by. There's something you like close by. Maybe it's walkable, whatever. But the added benefit is when you're traveling in every week, the staff knows you, the manager knows you. They know everything about you. So if you got a travel situation and you're not going to be there on Monday, normally there's a 48-hour cancellation. They're going to ding you. They're loyal customers. They don't ding. They just let them go. So if there's a location you really like, just stick with it and take advantage of it. It will pay off in the long run. Number three, it's obvious, but you have to be very conscious of it, is reduce stress. And that could be, and it's totally transferable to vacation travel. It doesn't matter. You want to create flights. Probably flights are the biggest stress item traveling. You want to create flight reservations that are going to reduce stress. So if I'm getting off a cruise and I expect to be off it probably by 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I know I can be at the airport for 10 o'clock, I'm not booking a 10 o'clock flight. I might book a 3 o'clock, a 5 o'clock flight, whatever. But I'm not going to create all that stress for that. It's just not worth it. So really look at your travel plans, and anything you can do to reduce stress, do it. It's very important. Okay, the other number four, and this is kind of interesting, is realize that you don't have to go out every night. In a business case, generally you fly in on Monday, you don't sleep well Sunday night, you're flying all day Monday, you get to work. The last thing you want to do is go out, and you just want to veg. So people will invite you out, you're new in town, whatever. It wasn't always a good idea to go out, and a lot of times it's fine to say no. This, again, in a vacation situation, it's the same idea. We were on a cruise a couple weeks ago. Overheard one passenger saying tonight they weren't going out. It was a stay home night. What does that mean when you're on a cruise boat? Well, it means you've been overstimulated. You've been to the theater every night for 4 nights in a row. You've been to a big dinner. Maybe you just want a small dinner and watch a movie in the room and just relax. That's what it means. And so don't feel like you got to go out every night. Okay, number five, and this is absolutely true again with business travel or vacation travel. It's always true. Expect probably 1 in 10 trips to be extremely challenging. And what I mean by that is you're going to go to the airport and your flight's canceled or delayed. You're going to arrive and your rental cars, they're not going to have a rental car available. Um, you're going to get at your hotel and there's no rooms available, and you're going to get bumped off to another offsite hotel somewhere. Any number of things are going to happen. And it always seems like it could just be that there's going to be this one trip from hell, and that's what you're going to have to deal with. It's the same thing on vacation. Uh, you, we were on a trip last February, a year ago, February. Uh, Flights were canceled on outbound and inbound, so we ended up reducing the trip from 3 weeks to 2 weeks. And on the return, we had 3 cancellations, so we were days late getting back home. The only silver lining the whole thing was on one of the flights we were upgraded. We were on the Dreamliner, and we put in first class on the Dreamliner, which was like just amazing. We've never had the opportunity to do that. So you can always expect that super difficult trip. Last bonus is don't take the routine trips for granted. So say a good example, from you're going from Halifax to Orlando and doing a cruise. And say you do it 4 times a year, just say, for conversation says, if you take it for granted, that's the trip you're going to forget to book a car, or you're going to forget the hotel, or you're going to have something wrong in your reservations, or the dates are going to be wrong. I used to fly out every week, week after week, pretty much the same plan, whatever. And it would be the one trip I'm like, oh my God, I don't have my reservation. Again, it goes back to keep that relationship at the hotel, and that's what saved me. That saved me a couple times, because you just overlook it. You just take it for granted so much. Anyway, that's it. I hope this helped. And remember, if you like the content, subscribe, like, and comment. I love answering comments. Thanks. Have a good day.